Hi, Miss April.
Hi, Beulah. I didn't think you were going to be here today.
Why?
Well, Steffi stopped by a little while ago and said that you two were helping in the preschool class today.
Oh, yeah.
Did you forget?
No, I just didn't feel like going. My little brother's in that class and he's a terror.
Steffi was really counting on you being in there with her.
She'll be all right. Maybe she can sing to him.
Who did you get to take your place?
Take my place.
Yeah, you got someone to help out in the class instead of you, right?
No. How am I supposed to find somebody last minute to do something that I don't want to do?
Well, you at least told the lead teacher that you weren't coming, right?
Is there a snack today, Miss April?
Yes.
Ooh, is it cornbread?
No.
Spaghetti?
Wouldn't that be kind of a messy snack?
I reckon, but we got a bunch of wet wipes.
It would also be more of a meal. We're just having grapes and apple juice and cookies.
Oh, all right. It's my turn to bring the snack at school on Monday.
Oh, what are you going to take?
Oh, I ain't gonna bring nothing. I forgot to tell my mama about it before she went grocery shopping.
Well, I'm guessing that your grandma, Miss Pearline, would love to help you make a snack.
Yeah, I really just want to go home and finish my craft project, though. I'm crocheting a phone case.
Won't everyone in your class be disappointed if you don't bring a snack?
Well, ain't nobody gonna starve because they missed one snack.
Beulah, perhaps it's a good thing that you're in here today so you can hear the lesson.
Oh, are you gonna tell us a story about a princess?
No.
Another story about a queen?
No.
A handsome prince?
No, we're learning about integrity.
Integrity? Is that anything like grits? My mama makes the best grits you'll ever put in your mouth. They got so much butter. Ooh.
No, it's not related to grits in any way.
Does it got something to do with sand?
No.
Cornmeal?
No, it doesn't have anything to do with things that are gritty.
Oh, well, what in the world is it then?
It means to be honest and to do what you say you're going to do.
Oh, okay. Purple or green ones?
Purple or green what?
Those grapes we're having for snack time.
Purple.
Oh, good.
Beulah, did you hear the definition of integrity?
Yeah, being honest. I don't know why you think I need to hear the lesson, though. I always tell the truth, Miss April.
Well, integrity isn't just about saying what's right, but also doing what's right. When we say we'll do something and then don't do it, it's like not telling the truth.
It is.
Yes. There's someone in the Bible who lacked integrity. Jacob's uncle Laban.
Oh, I got an Uncle Skeeter. He ain't allowed to babysit us no more, though, ever since the pocket knife incident.
The pocket knife incident?
Uh-huh. He gave my little brother a big old Rambo knife.
Oh, that sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, Booger Ray ain't even allowed to eat with a fork, and definitely not a silverware knife, but Uncle Skeeter gave him a big old sharp pocket knife.
Goodness, did he get hurt?
Almost. First he was whittling towards himself. Then he cut the shoestrings off Daddy's work boots. Then he tried to carve some designs into one of Mama's antique tables. And when Uncle Skeeter told him it was time to put the knife away for a while, Booger Ray almost closed it up with all his fingers in the way.
Oh, my.
Daddy was so mad when he had to go to work without any shoestrings in his boots. My mama said that anybody who ain't got enough sense to not give a knife to a 3-year-old shouldn't be watching kids by himself.
Well, I'm sure he just didn't realize that your little brother wasn't mature enough for his own pocket knife. Not giving age-appropriate gifts isn't a lack of integrity, though. Jacob's uncle Laban was dishonest and didn't do what he said he would do.
Now, who's Jacob again? Was he the guy that got swallowed up by a big old fish?
No, that was Jonah. Jacob was the grandson of Abraham, and just like you, he had a twin brother. His name was Esau.
Poor old Jacob. I feel sorry for anybody who's got a twin brother. You gotta share everything and do everything together. Just once, I'd like to have a princess-themed birthday party, but we always got to have something Billy wants too. And we got to have all his friends at the party too. Hezekiah's calculating how many ounces of fruit punch everybody can have before we run out, and telling how candles on a birthday cake became a thing. He's like a human encyclopedia, dictionary, and calculator all rolled into one.
Well, it is Billy's special day too. But getting back to Jacob and Esau, their mama, Rebekah, liked Jacob the best, so she helped him plan how to trick Isaac, their dad, into giving him the blessing that was supposed to be Esau's.
Oh, it sounds like Jacob didn't have no integrity either.
Integrity. That's right. When Esau found out he had been cheated, he was really angry, which is why Jacob had to go to his uncle Laban's house. His mama wanted to give Esau time to cool off.
Was Uncle Laban's house far away?
Yes, and when he got there, he fell in love with Laban's daughter, Rachel, who was very beautiful. He agreed to work for Laban, taking care of his goats and sheep for 7 years to be able to marry Rachel.
7 years? That's just a year younger than me.
The Bible says that it seemed like only a few days to Jacob because he was so in love with Rachel.
Oh, I didn't know this was going to turn into a love story. This is getting juicy-fied. Did they get married?
Well, there was a wedding, but he didn't marry Rachel.
What? But I thought they were in love.
Yes, but Laban tricked him into marrying Leah, Rachel's older sister, instead.
How'd he do that?
Well, she must have had been wearing a veil so he couldn't tell it was Leah until after they had already been married.
Oh, no.
Laban agreed to let Jacob still marry Rachel if he worked for another 7 years.
But he was already married to Leah.
Well, back in Bible times, men would sometimes have more than one wife.
Oh, ew. Well, did he work another 7 years for her?
Yes, he did. After he worked 14 years to marry Rachel, he made another deal with Laban. He would continue taking care of Laban's flocks, but for his pay, he would get to own any of the sheep and goats that were speckled or spotted, and any of the lambs that were brown.
Oh, I didn't even know sheep could have spots on them.
After they made their agreement, the first thing Uncle Laban did was to take all of the spotted and speckled sheep and goats and brown lambs out of his flock, and he sent his sons far away with them.
Oh, ain't that the ones Jacob was supposed to be getting?
Yes. Once again, Laban didn't have integrity. Then, when a lot of speckled and spotted sheep and goats started being born, Laban changed the rules and said Jacob could only keep the ones that had streaks. Over the 20 years that Jacob worked for him, he broke his agreement 10 times.
Good grief.
Even so, God made sure that Jacob prospered because of the promise he'd made to Abraham. God always keeps his word.
Well, it sounds like the cheater got cheated himself, with Uncle Laban changing the rules so much.
Yes, Jacob deceived his father and cheated his brother, and then his uncle deceived and cheated him. He reaped what he had sowed.
Jacob liked to sew? No wonder he was his mama's favorite. Me and my mama liked to sew quilts together.
Oh, no, I'm talking about a different kind of sewing. S-O-W instead of S-E-W.
What kind of sewing is that?
It's a farming term that means to plant. Just like how you harvest or reap strawberries when you plant or sow strawberry seeds, there's a biblical principle that you harvest what you plant. If you sow generosity, then you'll reap generosity. And like Jacob, if you sow dishonesty, you'll reap dishonesty.
Is that the same thing as karma? I heard somebody talking about that on the bus.
No, that's yucky. That's about trying to be good so you'll be rewarded in another life. The Bible says that we only live one life here on earth, and after that our spirit, which lives forever, either goes to be with God if we've accepted His gift of salvation, or we are forever separated from God.
Oh no, you gotta have integrity to go to heaven and be with God.
No, you just have to believe that Jesus is God's one and only Son, and that He took your punishment for sin by dying on the cross, and that He came back to life on the third day.
Then why are we learning about integrity? Sounds like it don't even matter.
Oh, it matters because once we become God's children, we are representing Him and His kingdom. We should become more and more like Jesus, and Jesus has integrity. There was a person in the Bible who was dishonest, but completely changed after he met Jesus. His name was Zacchaeus.
Wasn't he a wee little man?
Yes, the Bible says he was very short.
And didn't he climb up in a sycamore tree, to see what he could see?
Yes, and what he saw was Jesus coming down the road. When Jesus got to the tree where Zacchaeus was, he stopped and told him that he was going to visit Zacchaeus' house that day.
Oh, I would have whipped up a skillet of cornbread and fried up some chicken, and I would have made some gravy.
Well, the Bible doesn't say if he ate at Zacchaeus' house, but we do know that there were a whole bunch of people who were upset with Jesus when he went home with him.
Why?
Because he was a tax collector, and they were known for being dishonest. Zacchaeus had become very rich by charging people too much money for taxes and keeping it for himself.
Oh, he didn't have no integrity then.
Well, he didn't until he met Jesus. Then he wanted to do what was right. He announced that he would pay back anyone he had cheated with 4 times the amount of money that he had wrongfully taken. Just like Zacchaeus, after we meet Jesus, we should become people with integrity, being honest, and doing what we say we'll do.
Well, what if you're super sick and can't do what you said you'd do?
Well, if something unexpected comes up like a sickness or an emergency, then that's different. But just changing your mind or not feeling like doing something isn't a reason not to do it. Having integrity means being reliable and dependable.
Sometimes I agree to do something I don't want to do because I don't want to make people disappointed.
Well, it's even more disappointing for people when they're counting on you and you change your mind at the last minute. You should always think about everything that saying yes will involve, and then be honest and say no from the beginning if you need to.
Well, I reckon I should go help out in my little brother's class. Like I said I'd do.
That's really good, Beulah. I'm glad you're choosing to have integrity.
Can you save me some of that snack you was talking about? The preschoolers only ever have crackers, and I'd really like some of them grapes and cookies.
Sure, I'll save some for both you and Steffi.
Oh, good. Then I won't have to share. All right. I reckon I'll see you later then.
Bye, Beulah.